Over the past 12 months, employers have given new priority to building workplaces that are equitable, diverse, just, and inclusive. Hi, I'm Misti Mukherjee, managing member of Extensio Law in Washington, D.C., and the host of Extensio at Work, a podcast series designed to explore topics of leadership, equity, and community at work. One question that employers face is how to create and then sustain a work environment that promotes and perpetuates justice, equity, diversity, and inclusion. The answer is, like any other cultural imperative, it takes time. It takes intention and resources and an interdisciplinary approach. No change happens overnight, and any enduring change requires constant cultivation and attention. If your organization is seeking to do better, the first step is to engage your senior leadership team and ask them to acknowledge issues that may exist in the organization, and then to define what your organization expects of itself and its stakeholders. Ask your leadership team to learn more about history, about explicit, implicit, and confirmation bias, and expect them to have hard conversations about purpose and priority and conflict and clarity and accountability. Don't embark upon an enterprise-wide DEI initiative until your leadership team has clarified what is desired, what is not, what is a core value, and how your organization will define success and hold its stakeholders accountable. Any conversation about goals starts with definitions. Dr. Courtney McClooney of Cornell University pointed me to the following paradigm, which was suggested by Bowling State University Professor Dafina Lazarus-Stewart. Diversity asks, who is in the room? Equity responds, who's trying to get into the room but can't? Whose presence in the room is under constant state of erasure? Inclusion asks, has everyone's idea been heard? And justice responds, whose ideas won't be taken as seriously because they aren't in the majority? Diversity asks, how many more members of this particular marginalized group do we have in this room more than this year than last? Equity responds, what conditions have we created that maintain certain groups as the perpetual majority here? Inclusion asks, is this environment safe for everyone to feel like they belong? Justice challenges whose safety is being sacrificed and minimized in order to allow others to be comfortable. Inclusion celebrates awards for initiatives and credits itself for having a diverse candidate pool. Justice celebrates eliminating practices and policies that have a disparate impact on minoritized groups. After you've isolated your goals with specific defined terms, identify the metrics of success and how you will hold individuals accountable. One common mistake when organizations approach the subject of corporate identity and values, which is what DEI work is all about, is that they approach it from a tactical perspective as opposed to a strategic one. If the leadership team is not aligned around the purpose and mission of every major strategic goal, then tactical efforts will fail. If, on the other hand, the leadership team has alignment and ownership for what the DEI strategy should be for that organization and why, then the team is able to successfully resource and execute on the achievement of those objectives. Engage, educate, and activate your leadership team because the tone is set at the top.